Welcome to Venice, the city of water and wonder. We have all heard of how beautiful this city is, the canals, the gondolas, the architecture. I could go on for hours. However, first you need to be able to get to the floating city. And here's a full guide on how to do so. Before we start, let's understand how Venice is laid out. The municipality of Venice is composed of 128 islands, one of which is the historical island of Venice. This island is what we often call Venice, and where we can find the canals and floating buildings. In addition to the historical island, areas to be noted are Mestre, Lido, Murano, and Burano. To avoid confusion in this video, we will call the historic island simply Venice. Now that we've gone over the geography of Venice, let's figure out how to actually get there. When traveling by air, there are two airports that serve Venice: Venice Treviso Airport and Venice Marco Polo Airport. Marco Polo Airport is the main airport that serves Venice, located 8.5 miles away from the city. In true Venetian fashion, you can take a water taxi to get to Venice. Private water taxi services are the fastest way to get to your accommodation, since many hotels have docks where you can be dropped off. In case your hotel doesn't have a dock, water taxis can take you as close as possible from your hotel. Yet, private water taxis are the most expensive option to get to Venice, with a starting price of around 200 euros, subject to extra charges based on how many passengers and luggage you bring. If you are traveling with a group of people, you all might be able to offset the price by dividing the payment between you all. You could share a water taxi for 35 euros per person, but you will have to book in advance. Be mindful to read all the fees and extra charges before you book. A more affordable way to sail the Venetian waters from Marco Polo Airport to Venice is the Aula Laguna public transport service. Keyword here is public. You will be in a big boat with several people. Aula Laguna has two lines plus a seasonal one that connects the airport to Venice city center. Nothing beats arriving to Venice on a boat for 15 euros a person, or 27 euros a round-trip ticket. But be mindful that the trip does take about an hour depending on what stop you need to reach. These are the route maps for the Aula Laguna lines. This is the blue line, or Linea Blu. This is the orange line, or Linea Arancio. And this is the red line, or Linea Rossa. I have attached a link to the Aula Laguna website where you can check the timetables and routes in the description box. A couple things I would like to mention are that you can reserve your tickets in advance on the website or book them once you land at a ticket kiosk, either inside the terminal or at the docks. Here are the restrictions on bags allowed, so plan accordingly. Also, you will need to walk for about 10 minutes to reach the docks. Do not panic. Marco Polo Airport has signs everywhere in both Italian and English that will lead you to the docks. Just follow these signs and you will get there. What if you miss the boat? No worries. The blue and orange lines run every 30 minutes from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. So if you missed one, you can simply get on the next one in half an hour. If you visit Venice during off-season or flying later in the day, you may experience a smaller vessel with less people. In case water transportation is not your thing, which makes me wonder, why are you even going to Venice in the first place? Or you want to save time, you could get there by land. You could grab the express shuttle bus to Piazzale Roma. Piazzale Roma is the furthest point cars and buses can reach in Venice, as no cars are allowed in the city. I wonder why that is. Anyways, a single ticket will run you 10 euros and 18 euros for a round-trip ticket. These buses run every 30 minutes and the trip takes between 15 to 20 minutes. City buses are also available from the airport for the same price, but the trip takes longer as there are several stops along the way. In my personal opinion, avoid the hassle and take the express shuttle, since you won't have to stop every 5 minutes. Finding the buses is not hard at all. As I mentioned previously, the airport is so well labeled that you literally cannot get lost. Follow the signs to the buses outside of the terminal and buy a ticket at the electronic kiosks. Only make sure you book and get on the bus toward Venice, since there is another bus that goes to Mestre. Unless you're staying in Mestre, you will have to book a taxi or take public transportation to get to Venice. If you're traveling with kids, children under 6 years old, travel for free. I have attached links to the ATVO shuttle buses down below in the description box in case you need it. You could also take a land taxi to Piazzale Roma. This 15-minute ride will cost you between 30 to 35 euros. There is no Uber anywhere in Venice, so you will have to flag one at the airport or reserve one in advance. What if you arrive at Treviso Airport? This is the least busy of the two and where low-cost airlines such as Ryanair and Wizz Air fly into. This airport is 25 miles away from Venice, and it will take you between an hour to an hour and a half to get to the city. Just like in Marco Polo Airport, there is an express shuttle bus to Piazzale Roma that costs 12 euros for a single ticket and 22 euros for a round-trip ticket. Alternatively, grab a bus to Treviso train station and then a train to Venice Santa Lucia station. Remember, links for ATVO buses are in the description box. What if you're arriving by ground transportation? Well, trains are the best way to reach Venice. The train ride from Rome takes about 4 hours, and the train ride from Milan takes a little over 2 hours. Just remember to book a train to Venice Santa Lucia station, not Venice Mestre station. If you end up at Mestre station, you will be a 15-minute drive or train ride from Venice. Or you could go on a 2-hour-long stroll across Liberty Bridge. Every bus that goes to Venice arrives at Piazzale Roma. Remember to check that your bus is dropping you off here and not in the mainland. In front of Piazzale Roma, there is a parking garage that charges a €35 daily fee to park there. As well, there is another parking garage at Tronchetto Island that has a daily fee of €27. At Tronchetto, you can get hourly rates too, but it is only recommended if you're staying under 3 hours. I don't know why someone would spend less than 3 hours in La Serenissima, but it is an option. Finally, I cannot make more of an emphasis on this. Pack light. Venice has not been made to be hauling luggage around. Whether you arrive by boat, train, or car, there are so many stairs to be climbed, little alleyways to get through, and the cobblestone streets often decommission rolling bags. If you really need to bring a big bag, consider taking the Vaporetto, Venice's water bus service along the major canals. I hope this video helps you in your upcoming trip to Venice. If you have any questions, write them down in the comment section and I will try to answer them. Consider subscribing and have a great day.